Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, gang. Now, this video is a reaction to man crushes ex-wife's date to the shadow realm. He deleted him, man. But look, this is the last video of the night. A lot of y'all don't know. Most of these videos, I do probably like 4 to like 8 videos a day. And I'm making a point to wear the same thing in each video. A lot of people I know, oh yeah, I switched my shirt or I changed my hat. I want you to know that I'm grinding for your entertainment and educational purposes, bro. But make sure you leave a like. With that being said, let's get into it. Damn.
Somebody hit him on purpose.
Is he breathing?
I don't know. I can't tell.
See, that's that ring ding dong, that ring camera, man. They're everywhere. They're watching us. He's everywhere. He's in everything.
I'm here to fight him because he was mad at him.
Let me ask you this. Can I get you to step with me over here for me, please?
Try to call him and see if he'll respond to you.
David, come on. Wake up, David.
Is that his shoes? Oh no, he knocked him out his shoes. He's out of there.
Start roping this off because this is going to be a crime scene. All right.
On May 7th, 2023, a 46-year-old man's lifeless body is found at the end of a secluded road, lying in the grass 50 feet away from his wrecked vehicle. Police and first responders get to a scene that has all the markings of a terrible accident. But when investigators start putting the pieces of this tragic puzzle together, they begin to uncover a truth that is far more sinister.
He
The
looks like
following
he'll do
report
some.
is based on
Look at this, bro. Look at
begin
this.
to uncover a truth that is far more sinister.
Bro, he looks like Jason Voorhees with the mask off if he had reconstructive surgery, bro. This man looks like he's a dangerous individual. Come on, bro. Look at his facial hair. They both look kind of crazy. They both look like they put something in their nose real quick for this picture. But this man looks crazy. No eyebrow? Come on, man. You made a baby with a nigga with no eyebrows? He looks crazy, bro. Look at his nostrils. He's crazy, bro.
The following
Who's
report
taking
is
that
based on
picture?
official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 1:34 a.m. on the morning of May 7th, 2023, a frantic 911 call comes into dispatchers in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Okay, what happened?
Somebody has hit the car and he's out of the car and he's been beaten. He's unconscious.
Is it a car wreck?
But it's a one-person car wreck.
He's unconscious?
Yes, it's really bad. He needs immediate assistance.
Okay. Is he breathing?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Okay, listen to me. Where is he bleeding from?
His nose and his definitely his nose.
He's bleeding from his nose. It's over. It's over.
His nose and what else?
Definitely his nose, and I can't tell if it's his ear. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
It's out of his ears really bad.
Okay,
His
listen.
ears
listen
and
to
his
me.
nose?
Is
It's a
he
wrap.
flat on his back?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to turn him onto his side?
Yes.
You okay, listen. You said he's bleeding from his nose and his ears?
Yes.
Okay, is there anybody out there with you?
Yes, I'm with 2 other people. He needs help right now.
We've got EMS and law enforcement coming, okay?
My question is, bro, if the lady, maybe she doesn't know, maybe she left or something like that. Maybe he went outside to smoke a square and she just was not aware of what's going on. But why is she not calling 911? Was she in on it? Perhaps. Probably not.
Okay, listen to me. Can you tell if he's breathing? Is his chest moving up and down?
It doesn't seem like it. Can I touch his chest?
Okay.
His ears are bleeding really bad.
Okay, listen. Do you feel any warm air coming from his nose or his mouth?
No.
You don't feel any warm air?
What about cold
I'm
air?
really so sorry. I'm scared to touch him.
Well, why don't you take your stupid ass in the house? You just standing over him crying on the phone. If this man is in distress, if he's in pain, if he just got hit by a car, do you really think he wants his last, or even if he were to survive this, do you think he wants to hear you crying on the phone in this high-pitched voice, standing over him while he's bleeding from his ears, his eyes, his nose, his mouth? Like, come on, bro. Would you want that? You're being very selfish and ignorant right now. Come on, bro. I don't know. I'm like, bro, ma'am. Take your stupid ass in the house. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck?
Understand? What is your name?
I feel it.
The dispatcher works to help the caller. A teenager
You
named
can't do
Megan
anything.
provide as much assistance as possible until first responders arrive.
Okay,
A
listen to me.
teenager.
Can you tell if he's still breathing? Can you try to talk to him, see if you can wake him up?
So I can touch him? Is that okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Try to
ma'am.
call him and see if he'll respond to you.
Davis, come on. Wake up, Davis.
Oh, is this
David,
the
come
lady?
on, David.
This the
Wake up.
ex-wife?
Can you tell if he's breathing?
I think he's breathing, yeah.
You think he's breathing? Okay. Is he moving around at all when you call him? Or
He hasn't moved once.
okay, what's his name?
He just got hit by a car.
His name's
He just said Davis like 17 times, bro.
Miss McClendon. Don't you like this?
This is only the first of many personal details that will emerge on this horrific night. But as police and EMTs descend on the scene, the first order of business is to save Davis McClendon's life.
Okay. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, they're giving him CPR. Oh my God.
He's still on the line. He might not be breathing.
Come on, Davis.
Hard to tell anything.
Thank you. Why are you walking so slow?
As the first deputies and medics arrive on the scene, it becomes quickly clear that the 911 caller's use of the phrase one-person car wreck was misleading. It's true that only Davis McClendon is here at the scene, but a deputy notes that his injuries are consistent with being struck by a vehicle. His damaged BMW is sitting some distance away, and the vehicle that seemingly hit both Davis and his car spilled oil all over the road. In
Wait, what?
fact, the oil isn't just splattered here at the scene. It leaves a trail heading away from the Hunters Creek subdivision.
Ooh.
Two Greenwood deputies decide to follow that trail, and from what Megan and her friends have said, they have a pretty good idea where it will lead them.
Myself and 316 are gonna head over there, see if the vehicle's there.
The house that he's supposed to be at with the kids is... Are you heading there now?
Yes.
I'm gonna head with you.
No, stay here. Yates and I are gonna go over there. We're gonna see if
That's exactly what happened, bro. Because I was thinking that same thing. Where were the kids? This man saying, ladies, y'all gotta be careful, bro. I'm glad he didn't do anything to the kids, but he was sitting there, them kids were getting on his nerves. You went on a date last night. I looked it up. May 7th, 2023. That was a Saturday. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's Sunday. He was sitting at home with the kids all day. Single dad. And was like, man, she out there sucking dick. I'm watching these goddamn loud ass motherfucking kids in the house, lonely, probably been drinking. And this is his ex-wife. It takes a minute to actually be divorced. So this is over years she has been doing this. And he's probably paying her alimony and all of that. She probably kept the house, or maybe he kept the house because he kept the kids. But he is paying for her to sleep with other men, essentially. So she's still not married, but she just been getting ran through. Probably, they live in a small town, so she was probably messing with somebody he either worked with, one of his friends, a former friend, an enemy. She messed with somebody that he knew. And he's watching their kids, paying for all of this. Sad. But he probably doesn't even qualify for food stamps. And she probably won't even... Like, look, look, you could claim the kids on the taxes every other year. Just please give me some food stamps. Just give me that 600 of food stamps. I'll let you even get 100 of the food stamps when I'm done. I'll spend 500 on them. You take the 100. But she didn't want to do it now, did she? Now you got to go over there and get busy. You didn't have to do all of this, bro. Just get you another bit.
the car's
Do you
there.
know what vehicle it was in?
Negative. We're gonna go see if we can find a vehicle there. Start roping this off because this is gonna be a crime scene.
All right.
Although the 911 caller didn't see the incident, she definitely has strong suspicions about what happened before she arrived.
Who assaulted him?
Everything is but after me. He just coming here to fight him because he was mad at him. And then we came to check up on him, and then he...
Are you dumb, nigga? You told this? That's why he was outside, bro? So he could scrap? And you hit this dude with a car and then hit his car to make it look like a car accident. You're dumb, bro. This is the same thing as all these kids posting all this stupid stuff on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and actually doing it and posting their location. This is dumb.
Okay, so the person
told you
that
to pull up,
assaulted
he
him,
pulled
you said
up.
his name Bud Ackerman.
Yes.
Does he live in Hunter's Creek?
Well, he lives in Hunter's Creek, and him and his wife got separated, and he had him moving on his parents. And
Oh, didn't I tell you, bro? She knows all the business. She even knows Davis personally enough to know his first and last name, and she knew that he went out there to fight. Didn't I tell you? This is a little ass town. His wife has been running through his coworkers, his friends, one of his best friends, niggas he went to high school with. Yeah, it's over, bro. His cousins, and he had it.
right outside of Hunter's Creek. It's like 2 minutes away.
She knows
it's like
where he
Old Depot
lives.
Highway.
Okay, did he assault him? Did he have a weapon, or do you know? Did anybody
him with a
see him
car,
assault
nigga.
him? Did anybody see it happen?
No, I don't think that we got here. Nobody was here. We just thought we were gonna leave until I saw his body a couple feet away on the side of the dirt.
Megan, who is still back at the scene, is not alone. She's with a woman named Meredith Haney, who is Bud Ackerman's estranged wife. Megan is in fact a frequent babysitter for their children, the three of whom are staying with Bud for the weekend, Meredith tells police. And as the deputies make contact with Bud at his parents' residence, those kids and their
So he didn't have custody of the kids. That's exactly what we be thinking. Ladies, you got to choose wisely. You break up with this man after you promised him that you were going to be with him forever and forever. You took half his stuff. He's not used to kids crying and kids running up and down the stairs and eating up all his cereal drawn on the walls, asking if they could go to McDonald's. And he had it. He had him a couple drinks, and he was like, man, she probably about to go on a date right now, man. She about to be out here shucking, dude. And I'm watching the kids, paying half her rent. I'm about to go handle that. Bro, I'm not telling you that you should harm anybody, but you're going to be in jail, and she's going to be going even more buck wild. And you're still going to have to pay child support. Do you know how much people make in prison, bro? They make like $0.25 an hour. You're going to be making $4 a day. You're going to be making, is that $4 a day? Yeah, it's not. Whatever, a quarter, you're going to be making not that much, bro. Let's just say you're going to be making $4 a day, 50 cents an hour. That's $2 a day, actually, at a quarter. Let's just say you're going to be making $4 a day. You're still going to have to pay child support out that $4 a day.
Safety are their
She gonna
first
be
priority.
sucking even more. It's going to be niggas raising all three of your kids. And you're going to be in a jail cell. Took it out on the wrong person, buddy. Man, somebody come get this damn dog.
Garage is open. Sheriff's office.
Yes, sir.
Are there some kids here?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose kids are they?
Mine.
Yours and who?
My wife.
Okay.
What you mean, dumbass? You think I made multiple children by myself? Yours and who? Their mom, nigga. What the fuck you mean? Stupid ass.
Let me ask you this. Can I get you to step with me over here for me, please?
All right.
You have your ID on you?
I do not.
Okay. Just step over here
Why
for me.
would I have my ID on
Bud
me?
will
I'm
do
at the
very
crib.
little talking to police that night, but they've already
Oh, they got money, nigga. You got a golf cart, nigga? He either got you gotta have money to just randomly have a golf cart, and you got 3 kids. Nigga, what you in there having a gangster party? You got cars out on the lawn? You know what, bro? This is sad. I was just playing about him. He probably did have a couple drinks. A lot of Americans drink. That man had this man had such of a serious DUI, or either multiple DUIs, that he had to mess around and buy a golf cart. That's why most people in America have golf carts because they have DUIs and they have their license suspended, especially in the South. That's sad, bro.
Beginnings of a tangled backstory, merely from what Megan told them in her initial call.
Okay, so how did y'all know he was out there?
Because he's dating Bud's wife, and he's been really drunk and he's really mad. He's been trying to find her all night.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? His ass is an alcoholic, bro. That's why he has that golf cart. Y'all need to stop drinking, bro. I just stopped drinking. You need to stop drinking. I'm about to turn this back into the AA, Aaron Moses AA channel, man. I'm about to start doing reaction videos to all the alcoholics doing dumb shit. This man was drinking, got mad because his kids were running around the house, getting on his goddamn nerves, asking to go to McDonald's, playing Bluey loud as hell on the video game on the phone, and he just couldn't take it and snapped. He was like, man, I'm out here watching all these motherfucking badass, loud ass kids. He's not used to it. When you don't watch your kids every day and then they start crying and getting on your nerves, it's different. But when you're with kids every day and they're crying, okay, it's a certain part of your brain that you build a tolerance to it. This man was drunk, annoyed, and was sitting back thinking about his wife. Thinking about his wife out there shucking corn. And I'm telling you, he had a personal relationship with Davis at some point. I don't know if they were on the basketball team in high school or if they were close friends or they just knew each other through passing, but he knew who Davis was.
So David has been dating Bud's ex-wife?
Yes.
It will later emerge that Meredith and Bud separated and began divorce proceedings approximately 1 year earlier.
Only a
But while
year.
Bud
He's
will
still
later
not healed,
admit
bro.
that this breakup was against his wishes, his frustration with the situation reaches a new level on April 29th, 2023, about a week before the incident. That's when he learned from a mutual friend that Meredith had begun dating a man named Davis McClendon. Investigators will later find a text message Bud sent to a friend expressing his outrage at the news. Bud texts, "What the hell is Davis thinking, man? I mean, what the hell, Danny?" Danny.
What did I tell you? What did Daddy tell you? What the hell is Davis thinking, man? He knew Davis, so he had to do Davis.
Flies back. I have no
Davis.
clue what you're talking about. What did he do? Bud writes, "He's been Meredith." He goes on to say, "I had my suspicions, but it was confirmed by her. I can't believe he'd do that to me. I mean, damn, I've known him my whole life."
Damn, I've known him my whole life. You got to get out these, ladies, you got to get out these small towns. This is dangerous because you're going to do what we call proximity dating. You're going to date whoever's available. And if he knew if he knew Davis his whole life, guess what? She probably did too. If you live in a small town, ladies, and you break up with your ex-husband, bro, you better get on social media and see if you could get somebody a couple towns over that don't know this dude. Because a total stranger, some freaking black guy from Memphis. What? Some freaking black guy. She met him in Chicago. Hey, that's your best bet, man. That's your best bet, bro. Even if even peep this. Even if you live in a big city, and like let's say for example Los Angeles, if you live in a big city, but you never leave the hood, if you've been in the hood, the same neighborhood for 20 something years, and you really don't leave your neighborhood except for to go downtown, you might even want to import somebody again from Fresno or from the Bay or something. Don't date somebody because if you stay, let's just say if you stay in the jungles, right? And you never leave the jungles, don't keep running through all the homies from the jungles. You stay in the jungles, but you want to date a nigga from the 20s. Don't do that, because 9 times out of 10, if the nigga's a gangbanger, he knows the nigga from the 20s. You're going to cause trouble. You're going to cause turmoil. You might as well get a nigga from Long Beach, get a nigga, like I said, from Sacramento or something like that, because you just got to expand your horizons. Stop doing that. And make sure the two niggas have nothing in common, because that's going to be less of an insult. Because every time that females broke up with me, not to toot my own horn, but I guess I had that much of an impact that the nigga looked eerily similar to me, but definitely, of course, not as beautiful. and not as tall for whatever reason. Or they were like, they had the same exact interest as me, which is, I mean, it's a compliment to me, but if I was a different type of nigga, I would find that very irritating. But it is what it is. Your ex wants to have a baby by you because he looks like me. Woohoo!
And when Danny simply writes, "I don't know what to tell you, Bud," Bud replies, "Damn, I don't know either. It's just f***ed up." Exactly 1 week after the text
I know him
exchange,
my
on the
whole
evening
life.
of Saturday, May 6th, Meredith and Davis go out to dinner at a restaurant called Break on the Lake, where security cameras pick up their arrival. It's only 4.5 hours before the tragedy on Avid Road. Davis goes inside while Meredith stays behind in the car. She's FaceTiming with her kids, who are at Bud's house and using their dad's phone to chat with her. What she doesn't know is that Bud is observing the screen as well, and he recognizes the scenery in the background. He doesn't know for certain that she's with Davis, but he has his suspicions. It's 8:48 p.m. and a bad night.
Wait a minute. I missed something. Hold on, my bad.
Go out to dinner at a restaurant called Break on the Lake, where security cameras pick up their arrival. It's only 4.5 hours before the tragedy on Avid Road. Davis goes inside while Meredith stays behind in the car. She's FaceTiming with her kids, who are at Bud's house and using their dad's phone to chat with her.
Oh, but this weird ass nigga took the phone, or
What he doesn't know is that Bud is observing the screen as well.
This
and
nigga's weird. This nigga weird. This nigga is a fucking weirdo, bro. Yeah, he did it. So your kids are right here. You sitting in the cut. Fredo in the cut. Fredo was in the cut. R.I.P. Fredo. I don't mean it. My bad. Not Fredo. This weird ass nigga was in the cut. Got beer in hand, observing the background to see where she was. That nigga said, "Oh, that's Break on the Lake. She out on a date. Oh, I'm about to get this nigga."
recognizes the scenery in the background. He doesn't know for certain
Them small towns. I'm telling you, ladies. Tell them.
that she's with Davis, but he has his suspicions. It's 8:48 p.m., and a bad night is only just beginning. Many
They was there
hours
for 4 hours? Oh, white people, I don't know why y'all do that. How could you... This is like Applebee's. How could you be in Applebee's for 4 hours?
later, deputies at Bud's house take careful note of the fresh, oily footprints that decorate the floor.
Stupid ass.
So, footprints. Yeah. Footprints. 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 Footprints.
You don't look down when you walk, bro. You weren't noticing that you were leaving footprints everywhere. It really doesn't matter. You're going to Yale, bro. And I'm not talking
That's
about
the
the college.
door I came in.
Excuse me.
Oily footprints. Oily footprints.
The investigators follow the footprint trail back to a bedroom where they appear to come to an end at the foot of the bed.
Is this parents' room? Yes. Okay.
Parents. Nigga, don't tell me you stay with your parents, bro. You let her keep the house and you moved in with your parent? Oh yeah, this nigga's down bad. I can see. I'm not saying that it's justified, but I can see why you did it, bro. You had a wife that she kind of looked like something, 3 kids, a little bit of money, and now you got to live with your parents drunk, and you got to visit your kids at your parents' house. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he probably sleeps in the room he grew up in.
Twist there, one here.
Little ass bed. Yeah, that's his parents' room. Look at that. Hawaii shirts with that big ass. I don't even remember what that's called. It's not called that might just be the entertainment system because it's right in front of the bed. But yeah, this is a grandparents'
Yeah, a bunch
room.
right here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the shoe that he's got on.
Oh yeah, you live with your parents.
Investigators will indeed find oily residue on the shoes Bud is wearing that night, as well as a small amount of what appears to be blood on his hands. Both were presumably clean earlier that night when he was at a local bar called the Key West Club, where surveillance shows him ordering at least 4 beers over an hour-and-a-half time period.
Damn.
But Bud isn't just drinking
Smacking
and
them all.
socializing. He's making repeated attempts to get in contact with Meredith, who has left Break on the Lake and is now with Davis at a friend's party. At one point, frustrated that Meredith won't take his calls, Bud texts her a message. "Why do you hate me? I just don't understand." When a friend who was at Key West Club that night calls Meredith to tell her that Bud is
It's
gone,
been a whole year, my nigga. And gentlemen, see, this is the warning about living in these little ass towns too, bro. Everybody that you grew up with is either married or they have 7 kids, and they're not what you remember from high school. If you get in a divorce or a breakup, okay, you might want to move in with your parents, but you got to move to the biggest city that you can afford to at this point and get you some. I'm telling you, bro. When I stayed in that little ass town and I went in that breakup and I was like, oh wow, there's no bitches. But I was a 30-minute train ride away from Chicago, so I was straight. You feel me? But no, you don't need to be trapped in this. This is a prison, bro. Being broken up with somebody and you have a child and you didn't want to break up with her, that is an emotional and a physical prison, bro. When you have no bitches around you, bro. Yeah, I could see why you did it, but I wouldn't have did it because that's not player. Nah. But see, he was going through it, getting drunk. You should have been hitting the gym. You should have got immediately sober, like after a week. Okay, get drunk for a week. It's been a year, my nigga. It's been a year, bro. If you get back with her, you're gonna want to break up with her again because when you get intimate with her, bro, she's gonna remember what you like. But she's also gonna have some new techniques. She's gonna be listening to new music. She's gonna have a new energy about her, and it's just gonna disgust you, and you're gonna feel nasty. It's not gonna be good, bro. So you might as well just.
Meredith and Davis head up to the bar themselves. According to what Meredith would later tell investigators, Bud continued calling repeatedly during this time. She says that when she finally did take his call, he demanded to know where she was and why she was refusing to speak to him. The call logs would later reveal that between 9:07 p.m. and 12:15 a.m. that night, Bud attempted to call Meredith a total of 36 times. At his residence in the hours after the incident, investigators take a close look at Bud's Ford F-250.
They said what? Between 9 and 11. 2 hours?
Bud attempted to call, revealed that between 9:07 p.m.
That's 10 times an hour. That's only once every 6 minutes. What's wrong with that?
And 12:15 a.m. that night, Bud attempted to call Meredith a total of 36 times. At his residence in the hours after the incident, investigators take a close look at Bud's Ford F-250, which just happens to look like it's been in a crash.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's when I walked up and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, he hit him with that? Oh yeah, he's out of there. He's out of there. My bad.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's a palm mark. But like that right there, yeah.
There's little specks right there.
Mm-hmm.
You hit that man with that and then smack that BMW with that.
Himself refuses to answer any questions without a lawyer present, but the circumstantial evidence is piling up quickly. As for Meredith, she says she tried reaching out to Bud's friends and family while at the Key West Club earlier that night.
How you gonna look? I know you're, but like Aaron Moses, can you please stop pausing it? Can you please stop watching the video then? Shut your stupid ass up. But why do y'all see? This is why I like to mess with the Latinas, man. Why do y'all tan? And y'all Latinas do this shit too, which is why do y'all tan your whole body just to put on this white ass makeup? You look strange. I appreciate you, but you look strange, sweetheart. Just think a little bit more before you do this.
In the meantime, Davis sent a text message to a friend saying, FYI, apparently Bud is drunk and out trying to hunt Meredith down. She's wanting to call the cops. I was hoping maybe you could get his dad to rope him in.
That nigga, boy, what you doing down there? Nothing, Dad. What's up? Man, bro, look, I know. Me and your mom have been together since the 70s, but look, you gotta chill, bro. You got multiple people telling me that you just caught this bitch, your wife, your ex-wife, 50 times in 2 hours? 50 times? See, you even had to check. Give me your phone, bro. Look, don't do nothing do you want me to get you some hoes? Because I got hoes, bro. In different area codes. I will get you some hoes. Is that what you need, son? You need me to get you some hoes? They could be here in like an hour. You go hop in the shower. By the time you get out, look, I'm going to get you some hoes. Just stop drinking right now. Because you're not going to be able to bust. And I'm going to have to pay a little bit more. So, Just take you a shower, do some push-ups, go eat a salad, bro, sober down. They will be here in 1 hour, bro. Give me 59 minutes and 58 seconds. But you gotta chill. You're misrepresenting this family.
Almost the same time, Bud Ackerman is on the hunt, scoping out the parking lot at the now closed break on the Lake restaurant for any signs of Meredith and Davis. He makes 2 circles through the lot before leaving. Investigators will later learn, thanks to the Ford's onboard computer, that he also drove down the street where Meredith lived and down the street where Davis lived in an effort to find the couple. Back at the Key West Club, Davis decides enough is enough and tells Meredith he's going to call Bud and talk to him about the relentless attempts to get her on the phone. Meredith watches her boyfriend walk away, never imagining it would be for the last time. Bud would later characterize the call as aggressive, saying that Davis was threatening to beat him up. While the true nature of the conversation cannot be known, what is known is that Davis and Bud agree to meet near the intersection of Avid Road and Sawgrass Place. According to Bud, and confirmed by the call logs, he called Davis back at 1:09 a.m. He says he told Davis at that time that he wouldn't be meeting him after all, and would instead be going home. Bud says that Davis cursed at him and taunted him for backing out, at which time he drove straight to the meeting place. At 1:11 a.m.
This is what you don't do, bro. You told him man to pull up, and guess what he did? He pulled up. He pulled up, bro, and he left, bro. He pulled up and he pulled out.
He called Davis back at 1:09 a.m. He says he told Davis at that time that he wouldn't be meeting him after Davis Road and Sawgrass Place. According to Bud, and confirmed by the call logs, he called Davis back at 1:09 a.m. He says he told Davis at that time that he wouldn't be meeting him after all, and would instead be going home. Bud says that Davis cursed at him and taunted him for backing out, at which time he drove straight to the meeting place. At 1:11 a.m., his final approach is caught on a local resident's surveillance camera.
Damn!
The camera only captures the sound of the impact, but another resident's camera records the moment of impact itself. The first camera not only captures the sound of the incident, but also Bud yelling something in the seconds following the impact. At 1:13 a.m., Bud's truck can be seen leaving the area. He would later say that the collision was an accident caused by Davis standing in the middle of the road. Bud says that he only saw Davis at the last second, at which point he jerked the steering wheel as hard as he could to avoid Davis and smash into his car instead. The onboard computer system shows that he did not hit the brakes and was traveling at 25 miles per hour in his Ford F-250.
See, you got your car snitching on you. You never thought about this before you did it? You got your car snitching on you now. That they know everything you did, your location. He probably didn't even have his phone. He probably left the phone at the crib because he thought he was a smart individual. Let me leave the phone at the crib because they're going to be able to track my every move. Your fucking smart car just told on you, bro. Your smart truck told on you, bro. The onboard, I don't even know what that is. But whatever it is, it told on you, bro.
Davis would die that night at Self Regional Medical Center at the age of 46. At 6:30 in the morning on May.
Imagine dying over some pussy at age 46 years old. 40, you are too old to be telling niggas to pull up, bro. R.I.P. to Davis, but why are you playing with this man and his kids, bro? That's what I never understood. Bro, if you know this man could possibly do some crazy stuff, like that's one good reason why you don't mess with women with kids, bro, or people with kids in general, because you don't know, because it is quite natural for somebody to feel like they're willing to, you know, take it there. People are willing to, I'm gonna just say, I'm not gonna use this YouTube language, people are willing to kill and die over their family. So why would you take it? Why would you be willing to take it there? Because I like her, because she has good pussy, because she's a good person, because we trauma bonded. I'm going through a breakup, she's going through a breakup. No, fuck all of that. If you're gonna mess with somebody with kids, bro, you need to confirm 110% with all confidence that this man or woman is not willing to die when they interact with you or kill when they interact with you. 110% every time. I'm not gonna do like young Pharaoh did. man, if you want to date a single mom, you need to get on the phone with the dad, see if you could rearrange a dinner or something, or at least talk to the nigga. Be like, hey, look, I'm the new boyfriend. I know you got a relationship with your kids. I don't put my hands on kids. I'm not gonna raise my voice, but I just want to introduce myself. I don't want to talk to you, bitch ass nigga. My BM's sucking your. I don't want to talk to you. My first BM tried to do that. Well, the nigga tried to contact me, bro. I don't want to talk to you, bro. I don't have feelings for her or anything like that. But we don't need to have a relationship. We don't need to have a conversation. I don't want to know you. I don't have anything against you, bro. I just don't have nothing for you. There's no reason for us to speak. And not even being on anything bitter or immature. We don't need to have any familiarity with each other at all. At all. Okay. My dad and my sister dad, I mean, they said what's up. They probably shook each other's hands here and there. But first of all, this is go ahead.
7th, roughly 5 hours after the incident, Bud Ackerman is arrested and transported to the Greenwood County Detention Center. On trial for murder the following year, he would insist that he never meant to harm Davis McClendon that night.
You definitely did.
It was only due to panic that he failed to call 911. The jury deliberated for less than
30 minutes. Life.
30 minutes before delivering a unanimous verdict of guilty. In October 2024, 42-year-old William Bud Ackerman was sentenced to 45 years in prison for murder. He's housed at the Tiger River Correctional Institution in Spartanburg County.
You didn't even do it with your hands, bro. You did it with your car, the car that told on you. Now, if you would have actually did it with your hands, you probably would have got away with it. Or it would have been manslaughter. You hit that nigga with a car, bro.
South Carolina.
What I was going to say was, yeah, I don't want to have any relationship with that person. I don't even want to know you exist. At all, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of, especially at that time, but at the end of the day, the reason that I don't is because this is not a natural, normal situation. You might say to yourself, but people that have children together, most people that have children together, they don't remain as a couple. That's cool. Well, it's not cool. That's the reality, but that's not nature. I'll give you a scenario. So I went to, and I might make a whole separate video about this. I went to school. I went to school to sign up for some HVAC classes, right? And the lady asked me, the administrator asked me if I had any family in California, and I said no, because I don't. I mean, I have one cousin, but family like more than more than two people. No, I don't have family in California that I know of, right? And she said, she made this face, and I was like, I'm not from here. And she was like, you don't have any like kids or anything? And I was like, oh, kids? Yeah, I got kids, but that's not a family. And then she said, she made this face, and then she proceeded to ask me, she was like, so you're active in your child's life. Is this gonna affect, do you need to double check with anybody as far as the scheduling? Do you need to check with your and I wanted, and she was like, I'm trying to figure out the proper way to address her. And then it clicked. I'm like, oh, my baby mama? But I didn't say that. She was like, I'm trying to figure out a proper way to address her. And I was like, there is no proper way to address her. My baby mama. And she made this face, and I was like, that's what it, because what is going on between us is improper. So how are you going to address something properly? That doesn't make any sense. My baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So just like there's no proper way to say baby mama. I mean, it's been 50 years since we've been dealing with this baby mama epidemic. We still, even all these creative geniuses that we have in the community, this is the best we could do, making it sound ghetto and trashy, because it is ghetto and trashy. You know what I'm saying? But but at the end of the day, there is no proper way to address a man when you're raising his kids and fucking his ex-wife or his baby mama. There's no conversation that needs there's no proper way to handle that or to converse about that, because that's not a natural state of life in human beings. But it is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses gang. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe. I'm the Bang, you the Bang, we the Bang together, Bang, life's in the breath. R.I.P. Davis. Peace. Gang.